Are you looking for the best smartwatches? In this video we will look at some of the best smartwatches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Apple Watch Series 9. The Apple Watch is the best smartwatch money can buy. It has the best operating system, watchOS, with plenty of apps to help reduce the number of times you need to pull out your phone. The Series 9, 7/10, Wired recommends, is nearly identical to its predecessor, the Series 8, but has the ability to process Siri requests on the device, making it snappier and more private, unless Siri needs to access the web for the answer. That means you can ask the voice assistant about your health data from the week prior and get results quickly. This is thanks to the S9 chip, which is more efficient and delivers slightly better battery life. You'll still need to regularly recharge the watch. The most exciting new feature is double tap. You can tap two fingers together on your watch hand to accept or reject calls, reply to messages, start or end timers, and more. It's super handy. There's a new second-gen ultra-wideband chipset, which can help you precisely locate your iPhone at greater range. As usual, the health features remain robust. There's an FDA-cleared electrocardiogram sensor, plus you can measure oxygen saturation in the blood, SpO2, helpful for athletes training at altitude or anyone with an underlying health condition. However, this feature is no longer available in the US on Apple Watches sold after January 18, 2024, due to a patent dispute. Our best Apple Watch guide has more details, and check out our Apple Watch accessories guide for extras. At number 2. Google Pixel Watch 2. The original Pixel Watch was missing a lot of features when it launched, but Google slowly added them over a year. That means the Pixel Watch 2, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, pretty much has everything you'd want. There's auto start and auto stop workout detection, fall detection, SpO2 measurements, and even a redesigned Fitbit app that looks much more modern. Google has even added Safety Check this time around, allowing you to share your location with emergency contacts if you don't respond after a certain time. A body response feature also can detect good and bad stress and offer ways to cope, like with a guided breathing session. This is easily still the prettiest smartwatch in my eyes, and it's super comfy on the wrist. It also nails its health and fitness features, from reliable heart rate and sleep tracking data to an improved workout screen that shows you the most important information at a glance, including heart rate zones. You can take electrocardiograms and monitor for an irregular heart rate too. The battery life is unfortunately just okay, it'll last about a day, and this watch is also not reparable. If you have issues, you'll have to get a replacement under the 1-year warranty. I also don't love that it has yet another proprietary charger that is different from the original Pixel Watch charger, though it does juice up the smartwatch quicker. At number 3. Garmin Vivomove Trend. Fitness watches are typically not as sleek or simple to operate as more robust smartwatches, but the Vivomove Trend, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, oozes elegance. This is also the first Garmin to include wireless charging, which means you're now free to ditch your annoying Garmin plug-in charger. The watch has it all: wireless charging, blood oxygen measurements, sleep tracking, auto activity tracking, and Garmin's proprietary and excellent algorithms for measuring your fitness. It's a little clunky to operate, it's not anywhere near as feature-rich as the other smartwatches above, but that might be okay if you prioritize battery life, as this tracker can last 5 days on a single charge. Read our best fitness watches guide for more recommendations. At number 4. Apple Watch Ultra 2. Frequently escaping to the hills every weekend? If your activities often take you to remote areas in rough terrain, then it might be smart to pony up for the expensive, uber-durable, and gigantic Apple Watch Ultra 2, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends. A bigger watch means a bigger battery. We got nearly 4 days with normal use. The Ultra 2 has better mics than the Series 9 to pick up your voice, an 86 decibel siren to alert your position to anyone nearby, and a more precise GPS to better track your hikes, plus help you find your way back with the backtrack feature. There's a spare customizable button on the left side called the Action button, which you can use to trigger an activity of your choosing. It's made of titanium, and the case rises up to protect the edges of the display, which is also covered with scratch-resistant sapphire crystal. New in the Ultra 2 is the ability for the screen to hit a crazy bright 3000 nits, which is a little overkill and really only meant for extreme situations. This smartwatch is faster, with the same new S9 chipset as the Series 9, supports double tap, and Siri processes basic interactions much more quickly. You can see topographic maps on the screen, but there's still no way to view offline maps without an iPhone. At number 5. OnePlus Watch 2. The OnePlus Watch 2, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, is great for anyone with an Android phone looking for a Wear OS smartwatch that prioritizes battery life. It can last roughly 3 days on a single charge, a little more if you enable some power-saving settings. Technically, this watch is powered by 2 chipsets and 2 operating systems to enable this feat of battery longevity, but the user experience is very similar to that of the Galaxy Watch 6 or Pixel Watch 2, just with OnePlus taking the helm on the health and fitness features. It's worth noting that this is a large watch, so consider it carefully if you have small wrists. Health capabilities are lacking, there's no fall detection or electrocardiogram, but there's sleep tracking, and it's generally pretty accurate. Some features, like heart rate tracking, distance traveled, and steps, have mixed accuracy in our testing, which means you shouldn't buy this smartwatch if you're primarily using it for those functions. Otherwise, I was able to control my smart home devices via Google Home, control my music playback, respond to Slack messages, and delete those pesky emails, all without having to take my phone out of my pocket. At number 6. Withings ScanWatch 2. Withings ScanWatch 2, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, can pass for an analog watch. Its health tracking feature set is comprehensive. You get heart rate monitoring, an electrocardiogram, blood oxygen measurements, and sleep tracking. Battery life is stellar too, as it can live up to 30 days with light use. Heavier usage will see roughly 22 days before needing a charge. The main problem is the tiny display on this watch, which is too small to read some notifications. The GPS is also connected, meaning it requires your phone to be tethered and nearby. There's an optional Health Plus subscription, but we'd advise against it, as it doesn't offer much utility. The ScanWatch 2, like the Garmin Vivomove trend, doesn't have the rich features and apps you'll find on the likes of an Apple Watch, but if you just want to monitor your health data and you don't want your watch to look too techy, this will do the job.